Hello everybody, my name is Anju Esther Balakrishnan. I'm a legal intern of LEXIS and Company, and today I'm here to talk about the essential elements related to negligence under tort law. Or basically, I'm here to explain about what is negligence and how it can be proved under tort law. So negligence simply in simple sense means an action that occurs due to our carelessness or our lack of concentration, which can cause some sort of hurt or damages to anyone around us. However, in legal terms or in the legal definition, negligence is the breach of legal duty by the defendant which results to undesired damage to the plaintiff. In this definition, we can see that there are some key words that we have to give importance to, such as legal duty, breach of legal duty of care, breach of legal duty of care towards the plaintiff by the defendant, which caused damages. These terms can be considered as the elements that need to be proved in order to show that there was negligence by the part on the side of the defendant, which resulted to damages under tort law. The first element of negligence is the duty of care. It's essential condition under negligence which can help in proving that a person is liable. In this, it must be proved that the person owes a duty of care to another person while performing a particular action. Now, while we do something or while we're entrusted an act, we always have responsibilities and duties associated with it. But when it comes to tort law, it must be ensured that the duty of care is legal, not immoral in any sort, not unethical, and does not affect anyone's religious belief. Basically, the duty of care must be lawful as well as moral in order to be proved in front of the court of law. The second element is that the duty of care must be towards the plaintiff, which means that it's important that the relationship between the defendant and the plaintiff is proved in front of the honorable court, and it must be shown in front of the court that there's an established relationship between both the parties and the defendant acts in a certain manner towards the plaintiff. Then only would it be considered as a duty of care towards the plaintiff. Third one is the breach of this duty of care. The defendant owed the plaintiff duty of care but breached this particular duty and was not able to exercise reasonable care while fulfilling his duty. When this is proved in front of the court, the other essential element is also proved, which is breach of duty of care. So as we can see, we have seen three elements right now: duty of care towards the plaintiff from the defendant, the breach of duty of care. The fourth one is actual cause and fact. In this scenario, the plaintiff who is suing the defendant for negligence has the liability to prove that the defendant's violation was the actual cause or the actual reason for the damages faced by the plaintiff. Without the defendant's action, such a loss would not have occurred, is something that the plaintiff must prove under this particular element. The fifth one is legal cause. Legal cause as well as actual cause is basically the same thing. Legal cause is that the law must recognize that the primary cause of injury or the primary cause that resulted to the damages was from the defendant, and it could be avoided if the defendant did his responsibilities and ensured that he fulfilled his duty of care towards the plaintiff. Basically, it's the same thing as actual cause. Now, the last element is consequential harm to the plaintiff. It must be proved that because of this actual cause or legal cause which led to the damages, of the plaintiff. This action, it must be proved that because the defendant failed to exercise reasonable care, the plaintiff suffered this particular damage, and if he did his duty in the way he should have done, the plaintiff could have avoided such damages or such consequences, such injuries. Basically, when you prove consequential harm, it can be bodily harm, harm caused to the reputation, harm caused to property, mental harm, any harm of any sort. It basically means that only when these criteria are fulfilled, the court will believe that there was negligence from the part of the defendant under tort law, and then only would such a damage be compensated by the defendant, and the defendant would be bound to compensate such damages. I hope you were able to understand the 6 elements that are needed in order to prove negligence under tort law. In order to summarize it, I would like to repeat the 6 elements. It is duty of care towards the plaintiff, breach of duty of care, actual cause, legal cause, and last, the consequential harm caused to the plaintiff. These are the 6 essential elements needed in order to prove that there was negligence. I hope you could understand it, and if you understood and liked the video, I hope that you could press the like and subscribe button in order to receive more videos about different law related topics. Thank you for your time and concentration, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead.